All right, this is lesson 34, substituting answer choices. So the idea behind this is when you're taking a multiple choice test, you can substitute the answer choices into the problem to determine which answer choice is correct. While this only works for certain types of problems, like solving equations, for example, it can be a really powerful tool. This method can take more time to complete, but does provide a method for solving problems that you might not have seen before or don't remember how to solve. So consider the following examples. Example 1, solve for x. 3x plus 10 equals 4x plus 8. I have a equals x plus 1, b x equals 2, c x equals 3, or d x equals 4. Let's assume that we don't know how to solve this problem. Since there are 4 answer choices, we can substitute the value of x for each answer choice into the equation to see which one yields the same value on both sides of the equal sign as shown below. So I substitute x equals 1 in. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 10, and 4 times 1 is 4 plus 8. 13 does not equal 12, so I can eliminate A as my answer choice. I substitute in x equals 2. 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8. 6 plus 10 is 16, and 8 plus 8 is 16. So since 16 equals 16, x is 2. So therefore B is the correct answer choice, and we don't need to complete any of the remaining answer choices. One advantage of using this method on multiple choice tests is the limited number of answer choices available. In the example above, we found the correct answer after substituting 2 possible answers into the equation. On most state standardized tests, there are only 4 answer choices. So the most work that you may have to do to substitute is 4 values into equations you're solving using this method. Example 2, which ordered pair represents the solution to y equals 2x plus 1 and y equals negative 3x plus 6. Again, let's assume that you don't know how to solve the problem. Since there are 4 answer choices, we can substitute the values of x and y into both equations to see which solution satisfies both of them. So since the first possible solution is 2, 1, I substitute 2 for every x and 1 for every y. Y equals 2x plus 1, 1 equals 2 times 2 plus 1, 1 does not equal 5. So therefore, A can't work because it's already not equal in my first equation. Then I substitute my second choice, B, 2, 5. I substitute 2 for every x and 5 for every y. For the first equation, we can see that it worked out, but always double check if it's 2 equations, double check them in both. Because in the second equation, it doesn't work. So B can't be my answer because it has to work for both equations. Okay, so I go on to my next choice, which is C. Solution is 1, 3. I substituted in my first equation, it works. I substituted in my second equation, it also works. I'm done. My answer is C. Okay, so there's no need to try letter D. The method works for other types of problems as well. Whether or not the substitution method works depends on what information the test writer provides in both the problem and the answer choices. So for example 3, factoring and solving polynomial equations, which answer is the possible solution to the equation x minus 2x minus 8 equals 0? Okay. So equations with a degree of 2, the highest exponent is 2, can have 1, 2, or no solutions. Since all the answer choices are real numbers, there are either 1 or 2 real solutions. Since there are 4 answer choices, we can substitute the values of x into the equation to see which one yields the same value on both sides of the equal sign as shown on the following page. So I substituted x equals 3. That does not work since negative 5 is not equal to 0. So therefore A is not the correct choice. X equals negative 2, 0, 0. Since 0 is equal to 0, x is negative 2. Therefore, B is the correct choice. Example 4 is similar to example 3, but worded differently. Both questions test the student's ability to factor trinomials. However, the second makes it more difficult to substitute without additional work. Example 4, factoring and solving polynomials. Which answer is a possible factor of the trinomial x squared minus 2x minus 8? Each answer choice represents only one of the factors. Therefore, it's not possible to simply multiply the factors because at least one factor is missing. However, since one of the factors is provided, you can solve the problem x squared minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. As we saw in the previous example, the solution has to be x equals negative 2. Therefore, the answer choice that is equivalent to x equals negative 2 is x plus 2. Since x equals negative 2, when x plus 2 equals 0. This works because only one factor needs to be 0 to get a product of 0. Now, if the answer choices include both factors, for example, x plus 2, x minus 4, then you can multiply the factors or FOIL them to find the correct answer. Example 5, problems involving rounding. The volume of a cube that holds a golf ball is 5.36 cubic inches. The volume was rounded to the nearest hundredth. What is the length in inches of one side of the box? Since the sides of the box are the same, and the formula for the volume of the box is V equals S cubed, it's possible to substitute each of the values into the formula and round the answers to determine which answer choice is correct. So for A, V equals 1 cubed equals 1. B, V equals 1.5 cubed equals 3.375. This value rounds to 3.38. C, V equals 1.75 cubed is 5.359375. This value rounds to 5.36. Therefore, C is the correct answer. Using the rounded value 5.36 from the problem would result in an answer that is not one of the choices. Okay, so make sure you're reading through the entire problem.